Hello and welcome. My name is Eunice Kang, and I'm a professor of political science and international relations here at Vanguard University. And I'm here with Professor Lia Hansen. Do you mind introducing yourself real quick as we talk about diplomatic dressing during the US-UK state visit that happened earlier this month, September 17 to 18, 2025? But we are going to talk about their White House fashion, royal fashion with our professor of theater.
Hi, my name is Professor Lia Hansen, and I am the costume and makeup designer for the theater department. And as well, I teach costume and makeup design and theater history and costume construction. And just a shout out for our show that opens October 9th. It's Cinderella, a
Woo!
musical, and everyone should come. It's going to be great. I believe there is student pricing for the tickets.
Nice.
And if you have younger family members in the area, they will definitely enjoy it.
And it's open to the community as well.
Yes, it is indeed. It is open to the community.
Oh my goodness, perfect. So let's take a look at our first picture. Here we have President Donald Trump and the First Lady Melania Trump to Marine One in Washington, D.C. to go to the UK. What do you notice here in terms of how their diplomatic dress?
Well, Donald Trump always appears pretty much in red, white, and blue. And the blue is very dark.
Hmm.
And so it is creating focus on the center of his body
Okay.
with the white shirt and the red tie,
Hmm.
kind of leading up to his head. So you really focus on his head and the tie.
Right.
And red is a very strong color, and it can symbolize aggression sometimes. And
Mm.
so he is trying, I would say, trying to project a very strong image. Melania, on the other hand, kind of looks like she's trying to hide.
Mm.
She has sunglasses on.
Does.
The coat is buttoned all the way over. The collar is pulled all the way up, which may be the way that coat should be worn, but it's also, she just looks like she's trying to be less noticeable
Right. I would agree with
than
you.
President Trump. And they're almost always holding hands.
Mm.
There's this picture, and then the next image, they're holding
That's
hands.
right. This is where they arrive, stepping off of Air Force One in London. And again, they're holding hands. This time she has her sunglasses off because it's night.
Yes. And it looks like he has on an overcoat, from what I can tell.
Oh, that's right.
So it's buttoned. It must be chilly, wherever in London.
Mm-hmm.
It would be this time of year.
Okay. Here they are holding hands again,
Yeah. And her hair is must be windy as well from the way of her
flying.
look. But she's, kind of monotone in her color. So she's not really, um, in some respects, she can almost pull more focus because she's lighter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were looking at her on stage, your eye might go to her, even
Mm-hmm.
though I think her goal is to be not necessarily nondescript, but not to be the center of the
Okay.
attention, but she may not be succeeding. Because if you look at it, the light just kind of pops out, and that's where
Right.
your eye wants to go.
Right. She's not like trying to be like on a wedding, like the bride. Look at me. She's
Yeah,
trying to blend in. She's wearing neutral colors.
right. But it's so light that here he does not have on a red tie, which is somewhat unusual.
Okay.
Um,
He's wearing purple
it's wearing purple.
to match Melania Trump's purple hat. How would you describe that hat?
Odd.
Odd.
It makes her almost look like a bowling pin.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really see her face. For stage, it was probably not be something we'd ever use. Also, I feel like the cut of her suit is very militaristic.
Mm.
It reminds me of women's military uniforms during World War.
Okay.
Um, and I'm not sure if that is her intention, because we'll see in some later images she's
Right.
also wearing military style.
Oh, yeah, she does. Yeah, and we'll get to that. Here they are holding hands again. They just got off, they landed in Windsor Castle and they're met by Princess Kate and Prince
William.
William.
And it is nice that his tie is coordinating with her.
It is.
And if you notice the body language, Princess Catherine and Prince William are not holding hands.
Hmm.
And again, Donald Trump and Melania are. And it could have a couple of meanings. It could be just affection, but the UK is not a big PDA
Hmm.
kind of environment,
Hmm.
especially among senior royals. And, or it could be a way of showing hierarchy
Hmm.
between the president and his wife,
Hmm.
um,
Hierarchy.
where he is more powerful or more in control, and
Oh,
she's
for
more
me, when I
subservient.
For me, I'm thinking the grass. It's hard to walk in wet grass. It looks like, there could be dew on the grass. And when you have high heels on, which I'm assuming she's wearing,
Yeah,
sometimes from personal experience, your heel gets stuck in the dirt. And
it
so
does.
it's nice to have like a helping hand to help you walk through a lawn.
I, well, the fact that he does it all the time, and in that kind of a situation, usually a lady would take your arm,
Hmm.
as more of a support rather
Okay.
than just your hand. And apparently, the princess walks in a lot of wet grass because
She's doing great.
she's doing great.
She's also much younger.
She is much younger. I think also her, even though her coat is tailored, there's an ease to it
Hmm.
that
Who
is,
are we talking about right now?
yeah,
Kate?
yes,
Hmm.
Princess Catherine. There's an ease to the cut of her coat,
Hmm.
that isn't in the cut of the First Lady's suit. It's very structured, it's very rigid,
Hmm.
where there's flow in the princess's coat.
Yeah, I would notice that her jacket doesn't seem very feminine in terms of the style.
No, it doesn't. It's very militaristic.
Okay.
And the hat just is, it's kind of like, why is she hiding?
Do you like the hat?
I like the hat as a hat, but I'm not sure in this environment,
Hmm.
it's casting shadows over her face. They
Hmm.
can't, a photographer can't get an image of her.
Right.
And is that the point? Is that to throw the focus on the president as opposed to on her?
Oh, that's interesting.
Whereas the princess's hat, it has a little veil and everything, but it's still very open.
Hmm.
And it is a cute hat too.
Can we talk a little bit about Princess Kate's diplomatic dress? Well, how would you describe that thing on her head?
It's a hat.
It's a hat, but what about the
The veil?
yeah.
Veils are very typical on a lot of different kinds of hats. Especially the hat almost has kind of a,
The mesh is black.
that very well could be. It's not really obscuring her face.
Hmm.
It's just a fashion add-on
Okay.
to the hat. It looks kind of like a 40s hat
Hmm.
almost, and in style,
Hmm.
not in placement. And a lot of hats pretty much all the way through the 1950s had veiling on them, even if it didn't pull down over your, it have just been decorative veiling. But also, it kind of was, I don't know, a little holdover of modesty type of things, I think, from
Mm.
way earlier
Hmm.
centuries. Um,
Here's another picture where they're meeting King Charles. In terms of body language, it does seem as though Donald Trump is the one shaking his hand, and it looks like King Charles is the one sort of receiving the handshake. What do you
it
think?
it does look like that because President Trump has grabbed his arm,
Hmm.
or has his hand on his arm. I won't say
Hmm.
he grabbed him. Um, and his and it's hard to know because Prince King Charles is looking sort of down, and that could be just due to age,
Hmm.
and his body posture at this point. But it does, the forward reaching motion of President Trump does seem to indicate that he's the one initiating.
Right. Here's another picture of them shaking hands. They're around the same height, it looks like.
I would almost say that Prince William's a little bit taller.
Oh yeah, but he's hunched over.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
he's hunched over. And it would almost seem like Donald Trump's suit is not as well tailored as it should be.
Mm.
If you see the back flap, how
Hmm.
it's not laying flat, which it probably should.
Okay.
And Prince William again is dressed very traditionally.
Right. With an overcoat. And this time, Donald Trump it is not holding the back of Prince Charles's arm in
Prince
this
William's
one.
arm.
Oh,
Yeah,
Prince
no,
William's arm. Mhm.
no, he's not. They are just shaking hands. So it looks more, and kind of the way the Prince William is looking at him, it looks like he may have been the one who initiated that handshake.
Oh. Here's another one. This time we see Camilla. We haven't seen Queen Camilla, but here we have a picture of her. What do you think about her outfit?
Um, I would not say that she is a fashion plate,
Mm-hmm.
but her outfit is definitely decorous. It does have a little V in the front, but it's not showing, really any skin or
Mm-hmm.
anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Her hat is a little bit larger than the hats that Princess Catherine wears,
Mm-hmm.
which just could be a personal choice, but we really do still see the majority of her face, where with the First Lady,
We
we're
don't
not,
see her
no,
face. We can't see her eyes in this picture, in
no,
this
just kind of
angle.
her smile.
Uh-huh.
Um, and the dresses could be about the same length. The Queen is shorter
Mm-hmm.
than the First Lady, so it's kind of hard to tell. But there's also an ease and flow to
It's a flowy
It's a
dress.
flowy dress,
Mm-hmm.
which if you're walking a lot or you're going to be getting up and sitting down,
Mm-hmm.
having more space around the hem of your garment just makes all of that easier and less likely to, and the length makes it less likely to expose
That's right.
anything. The First Lady's skirt does have a slit in the back to
Mm-hmm.
help make the movement easier.
And it's not flowy.
No, and you
Mm-hmm.
can see it kind of outlines her leg as she walks. So you're still seeing that, whereas the focus is definitely not on the shape of the Queen's body.
And King Charles, he has a very interesting choice on the tie.
It's got squiggles on it.
Yeah.
And it does not look like a school tie or anything. So a lot of British men wear ties from their private school or from their college.
Do they?
Yeah. And you can recognize fellow schoolmates or people that went just going into a room and noticing the right tie or club
Interesting. I did
ties
not
or
know
things.
that.
So unless that, he's probably not wearing a club tie,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of thing, since it's a state visit. So it just may be a tie that he liked.
Mm.
But it also,
Oh, he is coordinating with his
wife,
wife.
they
It's
are
they're both
coordinating
blue.
together,
Mm-hmm.
and he does have a yellow pocket square, it looks like.
Okay.
No, President Trump doesn't have a pocket square, so
Mm-hmm.
he's not being as formal. I don't know if King Charles has cufflinks. His sleeves look, the shirt sleeves look long, and I think he may be wearing cufflinks.
Are cufflinks important?
They're an added accessory, so it kind of ups your style.
Oh, yeah.
It's more stylish or more, not necessarily fashionable, but it's kind of a higher
Mm-hmm.
social status kind of thing to wear cufflinks. And I
Okay.
think I can see a cufflink on the side there.
Very interesting. Here we have a close-up of Melania's hat.
Yeah. It's just in the very high collar.
Uh-huh. You do notice in this picture her diamond earrings.
Yes. But they're understated.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen larger earrings on football players.
Mm-hmm. She's not wearing dangly earrings
No, so
mm,
it is very, I didn't notice if the princess was wearing earrings
mm.
on hers and if she,
Here's where they're all standing all together for a photo op, and you can see just the disparity in terms of their height.
yes. Um, I'm guessing that the queen is not wearing heels quite as high as the first lady,
Hmm.
just due to her age.
Mm.
Um,
And the queen
but
is clutching a bag, and the princess was also clutching a bag in the previous photo, but I notice now that Melania is not clutching a bag.
she does have pockets.
Mm.
So maybe whatever she needs is in her pockets. I believe, I don't know how much of this is tradition because I know Queen Elizabeth always had a bag,
Hmm.
but it pretty much had a hanky in it, and that was about it.
Hmm.
And way back in the 1960s, your hat, your bag, and your shoes matched your ensemble.
Wow.
And so you kind of, they were a match set.
Uh-huh.
Um, the queen's bag does not match her ensemble. It's a rather large bag
Uh-huh.
for holding just like a hanky or, perhaps a lipstick or something.
Mm. And
Because
she's wearing gloves,
that is
white gloves.
more formal.
Mm.
Women, I've been watching a TV show from the like 1963,
Uh-huh.
and the lead woman who's like a 20-something actress trying to be an actress in New York, she often wears gloves and she sometimes wears a hat. So, and if you ever watch Mad Men,
Mm-hmm.
there's that transition in there from always wearing a hat and gloves to those things falling away.
Okay. All right, here we have King Charles and Donald Trump traveling in a horse-drawn carriage towards Windsor Castle.
Just looks like they're chatting.
It does look like they're chatting, it looks like.
Yeah, and it's interesting, President Trump has a little American flag pin on his lapel.
That's
I
right.
do not see that
I do not see
on,
that for Charles.
no, or for Prince William, and they might consider that a little, over the top, like,
Mm.
whereas for Americans, a lot of men will wear a lapel pin, whether
Mhm.
it's a flag or from some social organization they
Mhm.
belong to.
See.
And that's maybe just a thing that's just different country to
Okay.
country.
Here they are. I think they arrived at Windsor Castle and they're met with the royal guards.
Yes, the beefeaters with their big tall hats.
Professor Hansen commenting a bit on the royal soldiers, their garb.
It's very traditional. It's been around for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I it's kind of like the Swiss Guard for the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
They're wearing things from, Elizabethan times,
Wow.
the Renaissance. And I don't know the exact time on this. I would say probably sometime in the 1700s or, late 1700s, early 1800s is probably when this became formalized.
Mm-hmm.
I understand they're very hot.
Oh yeah, that does look really hot.
But and
They're
you'll
probably sweating when they take off the hat.
especially in the summer they are, but you recognize them right away, which is one of the points of a uniform, is
Mm-hmm.
that you're able to recognize the function
Mm-hmm.
of the person wearing the uniform
Mm-hmm.
right away. Like you recognize a policeman. um Postmen have uniforms, milkmen used to.
I understand that, but they don't look very intimidating. They don't look very aggressive to me. They look more,
Ceremonial.
yes, ceremonial.
I Their function now is primarily
Ceremonial.
ceremonial, even
Then,
though I'm sure they are trained to protect the castle and the
mm-hmm.
king and
Mm-hmm.
everything else. And it's probably because they have swords that we see it as more of a ceremonial function. Without being able to see them close up, I have no idea if they're carrying any other weapon
Mm-hmm.
that would be more useful than a sword.
Why don't we move on to the state banquet? They arrived at St. George's Hall, and now they had all of them have a change of clothes. Camilla's still in blue, and we have Melania. Melania, she's wearing a lot of neutral colors, but right now she's not.
No,
She's trying to stand out. Yeah, and you mentioned that, she was trying to kind of blend in and draw attention to perhaps Donald Trump. But in this case, she's bright yellow.
she is. I think she kind of looks like a banana,
Mhm.
but yellow's a hard color to wear.
Uh-huh. A banana with like a purple belt.
Belt, yes, a banana with a purple belt to emphasize her waist. I think one of the things is, if you look at Queen Camilla's dress, it's hemmed properly.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit off the floor. You can see, and I don't know if she's standing askance.
Mm-hmm.
The first lady, but you can see where the front part is bent a little bit, where
Okay.
it's on the floor. So I'm not sure why that is. I know that's where the slit is. A slit is probably not appropriate. You won't see it on any of the other women, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump is wearing what's considered full dress. It's white tie and tails, and that is as formal as menswear gets.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's it.
okay.
He has, it probably should be a PK vest, which is like has little dots on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, little bumps, and he has a white tie and a white shirt. A lot of times you'll see studs. You can see studs, I think, on
See in the next picture.
King Charles's shirt. There's like a black spot right above his blue sash,
Oh, right.
and that is the stud for closing the shirt. And B, where men would add some individuality
Mhm.
to white tie would be in the choice of their studs.
Oh, I did notice that this state event was a white tie event.
Mhm.
Can you tell me what's the difference between white tie and black tie?
Black tie would have a black tie and
Right.
a black vest or a black cummerbund. What Trump is wearing is white tie. It's tails. Um, and black tie can have tails. Um,
Is a white tie event
it's
more formal
yes,
than a black tie
yes,
event?
it's the
Oh,
most
I didn't
formal.
realize
It's the
that.
most formal. Um,
A
and
white tie is more formal
formal
than a black
black
tie.
tie,
Wow.
yes.
Okay.
And tuxedo coats uh, are considered informal formal dress
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have tails and you can wear a soft front shirt.
Mm.
And the shirt should be starched. I don't know if it is, but and you can see that King Charles wears all of his, wears military decorations, or there's some that there probably have to do with other titles that he holds
Mm.
that are on his little sash thing, and he has a bar of military decorations on
Mm.
there. And you notice his coat has brass buttons on it, or gold buttons.
Okay.
And so it might, and it looks like it has epaulets or a red collar. So it might be a form of military dress
Mm.
that he's wearing.
Do we know
Military
what the
formal
sash
dress.
stands for?
It's
She kind of looks like a beauty pageant
yeah,
with the sash, and
it's
King Charles too.
they're called baldricks, and they used to hold swords and things, but they are things that you wear them, and it denotes rank, and you wear decorations on it, not like funny decorations like you put on your Crocs, but military honors, rank
Mhm.
honors. If there's anything that denotes another title you have, that might go on it as well. But
Okay.
it because if everybody is dressed the same,
Uh-huh.
which men are, if at a white tie, it's very
Hmm.
hard to distinguish
That's
from
true.
another. The baldric will have kind of information about who they are. It's a
Hmm.
way of disseminating some
Hmm.
information.
That's right. Okay. And I want to take note of Queen Camilla's crown versus Princess Kate's crown later.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to kind of compare the two. Um, Here they are. They're not holding hands. No, they're not holding hands.
No,
They're walking side by
yeah,
side. I mean, Melania looks like a head taller than Camilla in this angle, from this angle.
she does. Her heels are also, I'm sure, again, higher.
And she's showing a lot of leg there.
She is showing a lot of, like, it isn't as high as a lot of slits I've seen, like on the
Hmm.
red carpet art.
Can we talk a little bit about, I think it's worth kind of analyzing Princess Kate's dress. I mean, it's gorgeous.
It is very pretty.
And it's very royal. I mean, this is one of the more gorgeous sort of clothes I've seen on her.
It is really pretty. And the skirt slits up the front, which kind of harkens back to a lot of different time periods
Hmm.
where the overskirt was cut up the front to show the underskirt, which was usually more decorated than that. But
Hmm.
the overdress is very pretty. It looks like it's some kind of lace or patterned
I mean, she
fabric.
outshines Queen Camilla.
Yeah.
Here's a close-up on her
Yeah.
tiara.
That is a very pretty tiara.
Is it?
Is that one of Princess Diana's
I wouldn't be
tiaras?
surprised.
The family kind of hangs on to the tiaras and then passes them out.
Hmm.
Um, it looks like her dress has shoulder pads in it. You can see how it's slightly more white
Hmm.
at the top of the shoulder.
Right.
And I don't know if she has broader, squarer shoulders, and so they're just kind of working with that as,
Hmm.
part of her physique,
Hmm.
or if they're kind of doing a 40s throwback because evening coats over other dresses were popular in the 40s and 50s.
Okay.
Oh, if you look at Camilla's dress, it looks like there's beading or something at the bottom.
They do look like beads just on the, yes, on the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, now they're flying back home.
And you notice that Trump's shoes are always highly polished. So somebody's taking care to make sure his shoes are
shiny.
Oh. And kept up.
Okay. All right, that's all we have.
So, okay.
Well,
yeah,
thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. It was very fun.
I think if I have any final thoughts on this, I'm happy with the way that they dress. Like they look like equals in terms of
Yes.
dress. They may have different fashion choices. Any thoughts on that?
I would agree with you.
They look like equals. Yeah, the
except
special
for maybe
relationship the US and the
yellow
UK.
dress. Yellow dress. Yeah, they did. They looked like they were dressed appropriately for the occasions
Okay.
where they went.
Okay, well, that wraps up our talk. Thank you so much, Professor Hansen, for
You're
joining us. I
welcome.
hope we
Thank
can do this
you.
again.
Yes, it would be fun to do it again.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.